Hola, amigos. Do you feel that you're stuck in your career and perhaps thinking to yourself, how come I'm not advancing? I see this day after day. And that's why today we're going to embark and talk about the number one hidden obstacle that is holding back a lot of talented Latinos out there. And today, it's not just a talk, this is really a wake up call. And I want you to not just listen, but take action and make sure that today is not another missed opportunity. Now, if you want to continue to hear about these life changing and career changing insights, make sure that you hit subscribe. Now, let's go back to the subject. Now, let me ask you something. When I said the number one barrier, did you hear society or the structure of the culture? I'm sure some of you heard that say, oh, I know what that is. But the number one barrier is not something external because when things are external, yeah, perhaps we can influence change, but can we really control it? No. So when I talk about the number one barrier to take action on, I'm talking about something that we, each of us, you and I, can control. And the number one barrier is the lack of articulation of the value that we bring. And number two, visibility. And honestly, it makes sense. I did it too. I did it too. My first several years, I was just so focused on working hard because that's how I was raised. Then I work hard because when you work hard, opportunities will come. You'll get the promotion. People are going to see you. People are going to move you to positions. And that happens until it doesn't. And I learned that so late in my career. And I wish I would have known sooner. And this is why I'm sharing with you. When you start in your career, yes, you work hard, you give the best of you. Of course, you have big dreams. And that ethic, that discipline, and your leadership and value, people will notice, people will see. And that's whenever you get the opportunities, you get the cool projects, you get the promotions. But the more you continue to advance, guess what? Everybody who is with you, they're also really good. They're also doing an amazing job just like you. So what separates you from the others? And again, I this is not about competition, but you really want to be that ideal candidate for your ideal job. Yes. So what's going to separate you for those opportunities than the others is things like visibility and also how do you articulate the value that you bring to the table? Okay, let's unpack each of them separately. Number one is visibility. And I hear this all the time. I myself was guilty of that. When you work hard and want to do your best work, you try to avoid distractions and just get, immersed in your little bubble. And what happens is that you get so immersed in your own bubble, then you become invisible. And that happened to me. I got so many opportunities. I say, hey, Jenny, can you lead that? No, outside of my scope. Do you want to go to this networking? No, I don't have time. No, 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 no. And Jenny became invisible. And I know many times I have seen and I have heard employees of mine saying, oh, Jenny, but that's just political stuff. And that's just the political game. And I don't like politics and corporate politics and all of that. Yes, but part of it is also human nature. Human nature. And I always provide this example. Like, let's say, for example, you own your own company and you're about to hire the most important, critical, key capability role that you have in your business. Okay. And then after you interview a lot of people, it comes to the top two candidates, and they are both amazing. Both do above and beyond, exceed expectations. The resume is fantastic. They interview well. But this is the difference. One of them, because you have worked with them. Other people have worked with them. And you know that you can trust that person because they over deliver on and on and on. They have your back. They have worked with you before. You have that experience. You have seen them in action. The other person, you don't know about them. You heard their name. You know of them, but you don't know about them. So what's your human nature? Which one are you gonna pick for that really important role of yours in your company? Person one that you know and you know that they over deliver, you have that trust. Person number two you just met. It's just human nature. So that's why I'm always saying make sure that you don't become a name on a piece of paper. Make sure people see you in action. Make sure that you're visible. And this is not corporate. You want to make sure that people understand how you lead, how you influence, how you communicate. What's the value that you bring? You want to make sure that people see you in action. Don't become invisible. And there are different ways. Don't do it because, oh, check the box exercise. No, ultimately, the reason you want to be promoted, the reason you want to be a bigger project is because you want to contribute more. You want to help more people. You want to develop more people. So for you to do that, you want to make sure that people see you in action. And that's pretty cool because the more they see you, the more you can get more opportunities, the more your impact can be, right? The more people you're helping, the bigger the impact you can have. So that's pretty cool. Then the second one that we're going to unpack really quickly is talking about us. A lot of people dread that and they think, oh, that's just for extroverted people. I dreaded that too. And part of it is because since I was a little kid, it was all about el que dirán. What will people say? Nena, cuidado con lo que dice. Make sure that you don't, when you talk about yourself, it's almost like you're arrogant or you're selfish or it's all about me. So I had to work so hard with this mindset trick or change that I want to share with you because it has helped me a ton. It has worked wonders on all the people that I coach. Okay, it's not about you. When you talk about yourself, it's not about look at me. I want the spotlight. No, no, it's not about you. But when you talk about yourself, it's about how, Jenny, let's say, for example, me, I want to talk about myself. It's not talking about myself, it's articulating the value that I bring. What are some of my superpowers? What are my strengths, my key experiences? For example, for me, it's transforming organizations. And I have several examples that back that up, right? So, how do I articulate that? How do I use storytelling to connect with people? Because that is the value that I bring. That's my superpower. And that's why people want me in different roles. See? Otherwise, how do they know? How do they know? It's not that people are like these amazing mind readers that they know exactly what you do and how you can help and you lead and how you influence. They need to see you in action, yes, but you also have to articulate that. And that's in the one on one meetings, in interviews, in networking activities. Yes, yes, you're like, oh, I just don't like to talk about myself. Again, change it. It's not about you, it's about the people you want to help in the future. Yes? The more people know the value that you bring because they see you or you communicate that, the higher the chances are that you are now being considered for all these really big projects, big opportunities, short term assignments, promotions, leadership opportunities. So, these two things, if we crack them, guys, we stop becoming invisible out there and we start growing and being represented at all levels of every single company. So please, 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 for me, this is again not just a dialogue. I have a sense of urgency here for this message to go to every single Latino talent out there. So make sure you share it, you tag people, or you subscribe. But please take action. That's the best thing you can do for you and everybody around you. Okay? So make sure that you're not invisible. You portray your value, you articulate your value, and keep moving forward with that amazing talent that you bring. Yes? All right. Juntos más fuertes, amigos. I'm here to guide you. Make sure that you in the comments have any questions, comments, other ideas. And I am going to be here delivering a video, new video every single week. So I can't wait to connect with you very soon. Make sure you subscribe. Bye. Wait, so and so is structured. Goes, is that what I said? Nah. All right, wait, we are checking sound career. How can I climb the corporate ladder? Uh, Good mic. Here, blah, 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 blah. Mm. I, I see. Ay, what is this? Oh, sorry. And this is why today is blah, blah, blah.